Revealing information about you does two things. It helps the other person understand your perspective. If the other person doesn't ask you questions, you may need to volunteer information in order to have a more productive conversation. It encourages the other person to share information about themselves as well. You can reveal facts, ideas, desires, feelings. Facts like where you are from are the easiest to share. Feelings are the most difficult to share because they're deeply personal. Revealing your feelings and emotions is very powerful. Others can't argue with how you feel. It's your feeling. When you talk about your feelings, you make the issues real, not theoretical. It's also a little bit scary. Like we are exposing our weaknesses to the enemy. It makes us somewhat vulnerable. Vulnerability creates connection and likability. Most people don't want to cause negative feelings in others, even if they disagree with your approach or with what you're saying. Share your feelings when the dialogue would benefit from the other person learning something about you. It will also be useful to create rapport and connection. And you don't need to have a solution in order to reveal information about yourself or share feelings. But be aware that women are viewed as more sentimental than men, and that demonstrating feelings sometimes can be interpreted as a weakness by men. So women, evaluate the situation and if you want to appear more powerful or likable. If you want to be more powerful, don't overshare. But remember, it's all about the moment and objectives for that interaction. You shouldn't be only power all the time or only likable all the time. And be aware that your facial expressions reveal your feelings too. It's very simple to use. Just start with I statements and express your feelings. So I felt this when that happened. The more you understand your emotions and can express with specific vocabulary, the easier it will be to communicate effectively. So here's a tip: study and get familiar with the names of different emotions. There's a wide variety and most of us don't know most of them. Then observe how the other person responds to what you shared. You can also ask the other person how they feel about the topic or issue. And remember that others won't know what you feel until you tell them. Many people often assume that others should know how they feel. This assumption is not helpful at all. The feeling or emotion should be yours and not be a way of judgment. Instead of I feel betrayed by you, try I feel confused and upset. That way you're not blaming the other and you are opening the conversation for further clarification.